Hi, we're at the Boardroom at the OC Fairgrounds, and we're here with our Bing booth, and we have Bing Copeland, and he's here signing books, so you can come down and get a book signed by Bing. We also have, right next door to us, we have Tom Moss, and he's a big Bing surfboard collector, and he's got 66, 67 era nose riders and beautiful lightweights and pipeliners displayed. So it's a great display of old and new Bings. And we have Royce promoting the new Bing store that we're going to be opening at the end of the month. And I'm also really excited about the Terry Martin shape-off that I got invited to. I'm one of 6 shapers that gets to replicate a board that Terry Martin shaped before he passed away. And the key to that would be to winning that, I think, is really got to focus on the foil of the board. The board's really foiled out from nose to tail, and it's got a pretty thin rail, about a 60-40 rail, and the bottom has got like a nice concave to a V bottom. So I really got to get those elements in that board to win it. So I'm really excited, and I can't wait to start. Well, I got through the shaping part of it, and I had 2 hours to shape it, and I used all 2 hours. It was a challenging board, but I really think I took the time and I got everything in the board I wanted to. I mean, those elements that I talked about earlier, and I'm really excited. I think I got a pretty good shot at it. We'll see what the judges focus on, and just go from there. And well, we'll see at the award ceremony.
I want to say on behalf of the Martin family that we're very grateful and thankful to the Boardroom for allowing us to honor Terry in such a magnificent way. I know that if Terry were here, he'd be kicking his feet and going, I don't know why you guys are doing this. But I want to tell you a little bit about this particular board and one of the reasons we chose this board. Terry was at a dinner at my house for my 50th birthday, and he told me that, hey, for your birthday, I want to shape you a board, and I want to shape you anything you want. And I thought for a minute, and I said, wow, Terry, I think I want you to shape me a Phil Edwards. And he goes, no, you don't want that. Those things are terrible. The only one that could ride those are Phil. And I said, okay, Terry, well then, you know how I surf. You've seen me surf plenty of times. Why don't you make me a longboard that you think suits my style? And this is what he made me. And if you see this board, you might say, well, dude, why didn't you ever ride it? Well, the reason I didn't ride it is because he made 3 of them. He made one for my good friend Rich Pavel, who he taught to shape. and one for a friend of mine named Francois, and I wrote both of those. And the thing surfs insane. And so because of that, we chose this board. But as important as the shape of the board is the inscription that Terry put on the board. Because if you look closely, it says, "For what good does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul in doing so?" That's from the heart of Terry Martin. And that's the kind of life that Terry Martin led. And that's the life that we as surfers live. Because you know what, you guys? You don't take anything with you. But I do believe that when you get to wherever you're going, you have your family and you have your friends. So I know that what Terry would want me to say today, that your faith in God, that your family and that your friends should be your priority. And right after that should be making sure that you get in the water as much as you possibly can. Thank you.
You guys are all here. I guess without further ado, the winner of this year's Icons of Foam Tribute to the Masters, honoring Terry Martin, is Matt Calvani.
Woo, I'm like pretty emotional right now and nervous because I put a lot into my shaping over the years, and actually to start off I'd like to thank Wayne Rich, because he actually put the first blank in my hands and sold me my first planer and said I could do it.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
And I want to thank the Martin family and everything that Terry's done. He's been a huge influence on me. And when I saw that board and the foil and the contours, I was like, this is a masterfully shaped board. It was beautiful. And I was like, I've got to do this justice and do the best I can possibly do. And I spent the whole 2 hours on that board, and I looked at every square inch of it to make sure it was right. And I've been hand shaping for a long time, not as long as some of these guys, but I want to thank every one of them, every shaper in this room, and everybody that did the shape off. And the chunk of foam thing is, you guys are awesome. That was amazing. I wouldn't have done that. All right, well, and I guess, thank you all for coming. My partner in crime, and my wife. Jeez, I almost forgot. Thank you.